What's up, everybody? I guess if I turned up the slider, you could hear me, couldn't you? Okay, man. Thank you for being here, everybody. Here we are for another Saturday night show. We are live. And to everybody who swung by last night for the Ace Frehley dedication and remembrance and sharing stories about Ace and Kiss and everything else, I really appreciate that. That was really cool, man. That was nice to hear everybody's different stories and everything else. So here we are, man. As usual, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the German butcher. Here he is, Ralph. All right.
What's going on, Joe?
What's up, my friend?
What's up?
Look at that wall back there with those guitars. Ralph did some remodeling in his house. Look at that there. It looks tremendous.
Yeah, it turned out good, man. I think it turned out really good. And they're easy to switch around. You know, when I had them shingled, the side effect from that was when you would take one and put one back, they ever so slightly hit each other, and that drove me nuts. Yeah. I'm like, man, if I do that, keep doing this year after year, clunk, that's going to eventually be a chip. So I said, you know what, this is a better setup. Let's do that.
It looks fabulous. And you know what you were talking about, how the guitars are side by side. Yeah. I've actually seen damage like that at Guitar Center.
They're too close.
Because they would have the guitars, like you said, next to each other, and you go get one, it go tink, it would hit. Yeah. And
see, here I'll do them real gently. At Guitar Center, you just hang it back.
Like what everybody does. Just, you know, F it, man.
Yeah, that's not mine.
Yeah. But, yeah, that looks really nice, man. Ralph had sent me some pictures of his progress through the week of that, and I said, oh, my gosh, that looks tremendous, man. And so you done that side, and the side you're facing, you done that side as well.
Yes.
That looks really good, man.
You'll see it in the video when Joe comes over.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, man. Looking forward to that. I still got a piece of equipment I'm waiting to be shipped from Sweetwater, and the reason I haven't received that yet is because it's on back order. So, and I know that. My rep told me, he said, look, we probably won't get these in until the end of the month. And I said, no, that's fine. Because if I didn't lock into that special financing at that moment, within that, I think it was like a 2-week span, they gave you a window. If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have got the special financing. So I said, I'll lock myself in, man. You can send it in a few weeks. That's no big deal. You know, I just want to get that special interest-free financing. Let's go to the chat, man. This is the one show on YouTube in the guitar community that we really focus on the chat the best we can and let everybody voice their opinions and let them be heard. So up front we have, let me get my applause ready. We have Mr. Dave Orkin in the chat. What is happening, man? He says, hey, what's going on? Up next, we have Mr. Bill Trainer. We say, Mr. Trainer, how are you, sir? Let me scroll down a little bit here. And let's see. Mr. Trainer says, I just left the county fair. OMG. I saw some stuff.
I went to the fair. I can't remember the last time. Can you? When's the last time you've been to the fair?
To a fair? Oh, my God. I was, Ralph, I'm going to tell you, I was probably 22 years old.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see some sights. You sure do.
Oh, God. I remember that's why I never went back. I saw too many crazy things and crazy weirdos, and I said, and the rides were all rickety, and I was like, I'm not riding that stuff, man. And just for me personally. But Bill Trainer, man, thank you. He upgraded his membership. Wow, thank you, man. That's fantastic. Thank you.
I see that.
Thank you so much for doing that. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. That helps the channel tremendously. Thank you. Don Morton, hey, Joe and Ralph, I can't watch the live tonight. I have a gig. I hope everyone is doing well. All the best to you all. You know what? If you have a gig, that trumps anything.
Anything. Funerals, weddings, anything. I got a gig. But
Mr. Morton, Mr. Morton, you go play that gig, sir. You go play that gig and do it, man. That's what we're. It's for the love of making music, man. Yeah. Hell yeah, absolutely. let's see. Let me see what this comment here from Mr. Trainer. He says, hey, this guy on YouTube named Two Shreds put out a video with a bunch of ace tricks. Awesome so far, like Shock Me and stuff like that. Oh, okay, showing you the different tips and tricks on some of those songs. Okay. Really nice. Okay, cool deal. Thank you. We got Rod. What's happening, Rod? How are you doing, man? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it so much.
So do I.
Steven is here. Hey, Steven, how are you? Thank you for being here, man. How's it going, everyone? Checking in from Summerville, South Carolina. That is so coincidental. That is where my stepdaughter lives in Summerville.
I hear that name Summerville all the time from Joe.
Yeah, she's actually here. Her and the baby are, well, the baby's not here. He's at his dad's, but she's actually here tonight, and they're going to do some Halloween stuff. You have to understand, my stepdaughter, to her favorite time of the year is Halloween. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Christmas, none of that matters. When Halloween's here, that's all about Halloween. She goes and does all these haunted houses and the corn mazes and the pumpkin patch and all that. She's been, ever since I've known her, she's always done that.
Have at it. I mean, it's fun when you have small kids.
Yeah.
For me personally, to do it on my own, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
You got kids. That's something else.
Right. Yeah. Ted Fair, what is going on, man? I'm trying to move this chat scroll here. Art G, Large Car Lifestyle, what's up, man? Slick Rick, there we go. I think I gotta give a shout out for those names, an applause for those names I just shouted out. What's up, Slick Rick, man? Let's see, let me move this down so I don't lose the control of the little slide tab for the chat. It's weird how that works. Slimfire, hey Joe and Ralph and everyone, hope you're doing great. Thank you, Slim. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I can't complain at all.
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, a little tired, but I didn't get a lot of sleep because little man, he kicked my head. I don't know how many times last night when I was trying to sleep, and he's
Sure, you sure it was the baby and wasn't your wife?
No, it was him. It was I'm laying here, my wife's over here, and he's in the middle, but he's crossways, so his feet are against my head and his head's against her head, and he kept moving, and I guess he's only a year and 10 months old, so
right.
I was like, what the hell? And then his feet went under my head. I was like, what are you doing, son? And so I didn't get much sleep. But it's all good. I didn't have to work today, so it doesn't matter. Kevin Newman, hello, man. He says, hello, ready for them kiss moves. Okay, so what that means, Ralph, is I played a couple of songs last night, and somebody said, are you going to learn any of Ace Frehley's moves? And I was like, I don't know if he really has any moves, but
that's what I was thinking. But Joe, don't you have a tattoo on your shoulder?
Yeah, I showed that last night. Yeah, the Ace Frehley. Yeah, I talked about that last night and talked about how much it cost and how long I sat in the chair at the tattoo parlor.
I find that interesting that it's Ace Frehley. I mean, it could have been why you went that route as opposed to Eddie Van Halen or his guitar or Jimi Hendrix or 50 other things I could, Jimmy Ray Vaughan. You pick Ace Frehley. I've never heard you play an Ace Frehley song. I've never even heard you listen to Kiss. So where did this come from? Where did Ace Frehley come from?
I've always loved his makeup, and he was always my favorite member of Kiss. And to me, I've always been fascinated with the mystique of Kiss. And but of course, him being the guitar player, I gravitated toward him more. And it was always in the back of my mind that if I ever was to get a tattoo, I would get Ace Frehley on my. And I just kept it in the back of my mind for many years.
Fair enough.
But yeah. Large Car Lifestyle Slick Rick, he goes, I hope you all had a great day. Yeah, man. We did. I hope you did too, brother.
I did.
Yeah, man. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow, but JP Stella, hello, man. How are you? He goes, hello there, fellow guitar players, Joe and Ralph and Van Halen brothers. How are you doing, sir? It's good to see you. Good to see everybody. Mr. Bloody Suit is up next. He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph. Hopefully everyone is having a great night. Yes, sir. We're here and we're ready to have a good time tonight, man. It's the weekend. Man, yeah. Let's see. We got, here's a new name. Strange Hawk. What's up, Strange Hawk? He says, room looks great, Ralph.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Something needed to be done. It wasn't working for me.
Yeah. Well, Ralph's always had that, he's always had that artistic flair to be able to take the most minimum amount of whatever and turn it into something really cool. He's always been able to do that. Bill Trainer, talking about the fair, the stuff you do for your wife's funnel cake addiction. Wow. Man, I haven't had a funnel cake in forever, man. Dennis Bryan, hello. How are you, sir? He goes, hello, you crazy rockers. What's going on, sir? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. We're going to scroll up here. We have Searching for Tone. Hello. And he says, good evening, everyone. Nice to see you.
Searching for Tone. You can find
man.
You can find it at Joe's house.
That's a good channel name. I like that. I like that handle. That's cool, man. Mr. Bill Trainer. I'm from Vermont. Your corn mazes have snakes. They do. I don't do those things, but my stepdaughter she would know that better than anybody. I don't know. I don't do stuff like that. Mr. J.J. Collins is in the house. Mr. J.J. Collins. He goes, hi, everyone. How is everybody doing? We're doing all right, man. Just trying to get through the chat here a little bit and make sure everybody's doing okay. I think we got caught up here. That's fantastic. There we go. Y'all feel free to throw whatever comments you like in the chat, as long as it's guitar related and it's within reason. We'll be more than happy to
address it.
Address it. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Well, I will say before we get too deep into this, I went today and shot a video at a guitar shop, and it was a spontaneous thing. So I sent Ralph a message and I said, "Look, man, I don't want you to be upset with me, but I did some stuff around the house and I got finished early, so I had like 3 hours to." And I was like, well, "Damn, 3 hours? That's a good bit of time." And there are some shops close to the area. I said, "Man, I wonder if I can go to that one." And so I jumped in Sally and took off down there, and I went in there and talked to them, and they said, "Yep, it's fine." So that'll be coming out tomorrow because I didn't have a chance to, after getting all that filmed and everything and editing and all, there's no way I could have put that out today. I could have, but it would have conflicted with this, and you don't want to put those too close together.
Right.
But you want to do that, man.
I found it interesting that you thought I'd be mad. It made me laugh.
No, yeah, I know you would. I know you wouldn't be. I just didn't want you to think, that
you just felt like you needed to say it. I guess
I didn't want you to think, "Damn, why is he doing that without me?" Because it was just a last minute thing. I was just like, man,
I did it, man. I was going by Guitar Center the other day, and I almost stopped and pulled in. Because it's still a music store. I don't need to wait on Joe to go to visit a music store.
Right? Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And but yeah, so I did that earlier today, and it's all locked and loaded. It's on the channel. It'll be coming out tomorrow, so y'all get ready to check that out, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Let's see. Let me scroll up. This chat just started to move, and this will be a great segue right here. Mr. J.P. Stella said that I got a new PRS SC Custom 24 yesterday. I named it Ace. How about that? That is awesome. Fantastic, man. Happy new guitar day to Mr. J.P. Stella.
PRS, huh?
Yes. And that is exactly what I was wanting to get into on this show here tonight. Everybody's telling Mr. Stella congratulations. That's awesome. See, man, everybody's so cool.
Joe, there was a comment. Somebody wanted to know where my Green Jackson was. This is not all my guitars. I've got
Oh,
I got stands, and they're all over the place. So the Green Jackson is still here.
oh, I didn't see that comment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's so many. Sometimes the chat jumps so fast you can't
I can't.
catch
Yeah,
every one.
some I can't. Yeah, some of them I can't. So if that happens, y'all don't take that personal. Please don't. Ted Fair, what's going on? Ted goes, I was never a big fan of Ace Frehley, but let's see. Yes, congratulations, Mr. Stella, man, awesome. New Guitar Day is always fun. Let's see. Oh, Raj from the Caribbean is here. What's up, Raj? How you doing, man?
Raj from the Caribbean.
Oh, he's going to bed, I think. Okay, good, man. Get some sleep, brother, and watch the replay. Thank you for chiming in and saying hello or good evening. Let's see. Or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Raj says, I set up a PRS recently. It plays like a dream. There you go. That's good, man.
Played one of those PRS. I still hadn't. As
Yeah,
many tours as we went to.
Yeah, hopefully when you come over here before we leave, you can play this candy for a minute.
Okay.
AJB, evening, gents. Hope everybody's doing well. Mr. AJ, what's going on? Nice to see you, man. Let's see. Okay. Raj says, hey, Joe, I got a Firefly FFMN, and the Floyd Rose is better. The Floyd Rose is better than the Floyd Rose Special, better quality. Don't know where they got this from. Yeah, I was shocked when I talked about mine last night. It was the Floyd type trim that was on there because it was unbranded. It was actually really good. And so, of course, I upgraded it to a Godo, but I kept the old one just because it done really well. I was like, damn, I'm going to keep that. And, oh, here we go. AJ, here's a question for you, Ralph. He wants to know, oops, it jumped, so I'm sorry. Let's see. Here we go. Ralph, how's retirement treating you?
It's rough, man. Sucks.
It's rough.
I mean, it's to be 55 and retired. I don't take that for granted. I've said it before. I still got so much life ahead of me, and I don't have to work another day in my life. That's when I have time to do crap like this.
Yes. Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice, isn't it?
You need to retire, and
Oh God.
We could jam all the time. Open a music store.
J&R's Guitars. Look in the link in the description. You'll see the T-shirts. The merch is there. J&R's Guitars. All right. Let me move over to this, Ralph, because you were talking about you haven't played a PRS. But this is one that I've had my eye on for quite a bit. Let me jump back over here so I can present and everybody can see. Add to scene.
Ooh. And
I have to go back over here to spotlight this. We want to spotlight that. This is the PRS that, because right now, from what I understand, there is a 20% discount on, I don't know if it's every PRS, but I know on quite a few. And so this guitar here is I just typed in a PRS with a Floyd Rose. And this one here is a PRS SC Custom 24, which means 24 fret Floyd electric guitar, charcoal cherry burst. And man, it looks good. And they also, they have another color, it's the charcoal, but it's out of stock, which I like this, personally, I like this better. But it has a Floyd on it. And it's, right now, it's you're saving $216 with the 20% off. It's normally $1,079. Now it's $863. I just love that top right there, and that looks like a pretty good standard Floyd Rose. I don't see where it says Floyd Rose Special.
Does that come with a case?
I think it probably might come with a gig bag, probably. you don't really get cases with PRSs anymore. I mean, with especially PRSs, but I think you might get a gig bag, maybe. Let's see what they say. Let me go to some of these different pictures here. There we go. There's a little bit better. And yeah, if you want to qualify for financing, they got 48-month financing. I couldn't imagine paying on a guitar for 4 years. Damn.
For the same one for you anyway.
My God. Let's see. Look at the side view. Oh, that's nice. I just like the way that the two colors blend in together. I would, I love the headstock. I would take those stock locking screws off and put some titanium ones on just because that's just what I like to do. You don't have to do that, but that's just one of my pet peeves.
Well, over time, that soft metal, you'll round out those the hex bolts on there.
Yes, sir. I've been there and done that. Yep. I know you have too.
Yep.
It's just a pretty color, man. I love that. Man.
Does this sail come in other colors, or is it just this red cherry burst?
No, it comes other guitars. This 20% applies to as well.
This is the one that caught your eye?
This is because I typed in PRS with a Floyd Rose. That's what I typed in. And now they have others, let me see, but they're like really expensive. Let me see if I can back out and if it'll go to the other screen. Let me know if you can still see this, Ralph, or do I have to do another tab? Let's see if it comes up. Here we go. Let me jump over. Did it change? Yeah, it did change. Okay, good. So I don't have to do anything. So you can see right here the search results for PRS with Floyd Rose. There's these Herman Lee guitars. Those are awesome. These are the SE, so these are the cheaper ones, but they're still $2,000.
Man, do you ever see Herman Lee? He's rough on a darn tremolo system. You ever seen him the whole way to the guitar, and he's just holding the tremolo bar? I'm like,
yeah, he's badass though. So if you scroll down, you'll see the one I was looking at. It says previously viewed right here, right there. 863. Then you go over here to this. Good Lord, this in here is $6,055.
Yeah, I was reading why. I was like, what in the world's the difference? Okay.
Now, see, here's the one to the far right, 863. That's the same one with the Floyd. It's just the charcoal burst. I like that, but I like this one with the red on the outside. I don't know.
I'd pick that one too.
It just has more of a pop to it. Oh man! So you get down here. I didn't know PRS had this many different varieties of with Floyd Rose. You can drop some money in that stuff. Let's see.
I feel like we're looking at that high-end guitar store we were at.
It feels like we went backwards or something. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need to get off here.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's 20%. Yeah, that's so only the 20% applies to certain guitars. It doesn't apply to these apparently, or it would be highlighted in red, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I was wanting to. Yeah, man, that's what I got my own at possibly at Christmas time. Yeah. So I just think that's cool. I think that guitar looks amazing. And for $863, to me, that's got to be a killer deal.
Yeah, I see why you locked in that financing. You had to get that 20%. That's pretty good, man.
Well, no, the financing I locked in for the recorder I ordered for us. I haven't touched. Yeah, that's just for the Zoom H6 Studio. I haven't done.
Keep up, to be honest, Joe, I can't.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. No, when the Christmas time comes, because I told you I was putting some money up to the side.
Yeah.
That way I can just buy that guitar outright. I can just go ahead and pay for it.
Perfect.
And so that's the plan. That's what I'm hoping to do. Let me look at some of these comments really quick. Dennis Bryan, he says, I saw one of your old Guitar Center videos where you went into the acoustic room, just to get away from the racket of someone playing way too loud. I laughed my tail off. I know I did that. That was in Charleston. Yeah, that guy was playing some kind of metal riff over and over and over. He was turned up way too loud. I was like, dude, turn that down. Nobody wants to hear that. Don't you agree, man? Or do you like to, if you go into Guitar Center and you test out a guitar or an amp, are you going to crank that? I mean, come on.
No.
I'm not going to have it.
And it's not that I'm trying to be respectful. You know what I mean? That's the only, I would, if I'm at home, I'm going to crank it up. But if you're at Guitar Center, nobody wants to hear your nonsense, you know?
Right. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it too.
Yeah. I mean, it's distracting when all of a sudden somebody's in there just loud.
I remember one time I went to Guitar Center, man. This was, I don't know, quite a few years ago. I sat down and this dude come beside me. He sat right beside me because at that area is where they used to have all the amps. It's different now. He sat beside me and he plugged in and he turned that thing up and had it blaring. He's playing some kind of death metal riff or something. And I looked, I said, really, dude? I mean, what are you doing? You know, and of course he got done, he cut it off and he left. You know, I was like,
I mean,
crazy.
You don't come to Guitar Center to practice. You know what I mean?
You go in there to test something out and see how it feels and then make a decision. I'm not trying to audition for anybody. I'm just, you know.
Are you like me? Do you get a Guitar Center pick every time you go in there? I take one just because.
Yes.
I bought so much crap from them. They at least owe me some picks.
Speaking of which, there we go. Yeah. Yes, I do. And they're a little bit thin for me. There you go.
Joe Wentz project.
Yeah. But yeah, I usually
they're
grab
thin,
it.
really? I think they're kind of thick.
Because I'm used to playing a 1 millimeter, and these are probably these aren't quite. I would say these aren't quite 0.75. These might be
a little pick holder here.
Oh, let's see.
Little Marshall amp.
Oh yeah, you gave me some of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got picks in mine too. Yeah, they're nice, man.
Mine are so, man, Joe. I got to have such a thin pick, just so I can chug. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I need a very thin pick.
Oh, that's interesting because I
know we've never really discussed that. I just noticed, you know, if I come over the years.
Right.
Even in our 20s, when you'd come over and play, I had my pick, you had your pick. I never bothered to see what kind of pick you play.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was younger, I used the thin ones, and then as I got older, I gravitated to like the 1 millimeters. It just works for me.
Yeah. I mean.
But yeah, it's funny how people like different things like that. Ted Fair says, I enjoyed so I can read it. I enjoyed Ace Frehley interviews on that metal show with Eddie Trunk. Ace seemed to have a great sense of humor. Yes, he did. That's one thing I always liked about Ace. It was very relatable. Bo Zeke, hello, man. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, man. Let's see. Let me scroll down a little. Bozique says, I personally have a SC Custom 24 in Trampus Green, and I really like it. Needs a pickup upgrade. I might eventually put into Marzio's. There you go. Yeah, I heard about that guitar I was looking at. The pickups could possibly be upgraded. I mean, I guess that's, it's personal preference, but I don't know. I'll have to just see what, I think a cater got one. I have to see what he says. Blue Sky, what's going on? It goes, cool looking guitar. Thank you, sir. Thanks for commenting, participating. JJ Collins, beautiful top on that PRS. That's a Floyd 1000. That's what I thought. Thank you, JJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, Floyd Rose 1000. That's great. That works for me, man. I don't have to mess with it.
That's a keeper. Yeah, that's a keeper, definitely.
Yeah, if you have different tiers of Floyd Rose trim systems, you got the very bottom, then you got a Floyd Rose Special, then you got Floyd Rose 1000, and then I think the next is the USA Floyd. I have no idea what the hell that was, man.
What in the world was that?
It was some interference. This truck that went by, I got on the CB radio.
I
This
thought you were
big
being
rig.
funny, or put match
No.
one of your little magic buttons over there that you do, like for the audience or the.
No, that was a big rig just went by. And he was on a CB
Sound like
rig
an
going.
alien.
I was like, what the? I'm not doing nothing. I apologize, y'all. That was
What's your handle, Joe? What's your trucker handle?
Guitar Man.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Why did I even ask that stupid question?
Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Yeah, crazy radio interference there. Sorry. Scott from South Carolina. Musician's friend has PRS SE as low as $559. Silver Sky is at $679. Dang. That is
Price for
that's
considering
really
it's
good.
PRS, yeah.
They're trying to compete with Sweetwater, man. Speaking of retirement, Slim Fire says, Ralph, I thought retiring at 62 was good. He was able to retire at 55.
Yeah, I got 7 whole more years than of retirement. Then
Yeah, man, it worked out, but you deserved it, man. All the crap you went through.
Yeah, it's true. I have worked my ass off for the past.
I've known Ralph since I was
years.
10 years old, and ever since we were teenagers. 'Cause I remember when he moved away. I remember he got a job first. I mean, when I say a job, I mean a full-time job. I'm not talking about when we were working part-time jobs in school, but when he moved away, he got his first full-time job that I remember. I could be wrong, but let me put it this way. I remember when you started cutting meat full-time.
Okay.
Well, meat cutter. I remember you called and said, man, I'm cutting meat. And I was like, cutting meat? And
that was
you
at a
said,
little store called Community Cash. I don't know if anybody still knows knows the name of that.
I forgot about that store.
Yeah.
That was a local thing, wasn't it? Community Cash.
I think of this little area here.
Just the Spartanburg area or something?
I think so.
Damn, I haven't seen one of those since you brought that up.
I still see the buildings. They're just repurposed for other things now.
Right. It's wild.
It's funny to drive around. There's so many stores, so many Bilos, Ingles, other stores that I've worked at that just don't exist anymore. You know, that's how old I am. You know,
yes,
stuff just
that's what I was
closes
going
down. The chain disappears. I'm like, wow, okay, glad I jumped ship before that thing closed on me. You know,
yeah. That's something. When I see stuff like that, I'm like, how much time has passed by? Jesus Christ!
right.
And in my mind, I still feel 27, but my body tells me otherwise. But you know, let's see. JP Stella, he says that. I almost got the same guitar, Joe, with a fixed bridge. I wound up getting the blue Mateo. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that cherry charcoal burst or whatever, it just, I don't know, man. It just grabs my attention.
When you know, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And when
on this side, when you know, I can't do this. There you go. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
And that guitar called my name. Right
yeah. There. It just boop. And you're just like, well, there's, that's settled.
Yep, that's settled.
I don't have to worry about that. That one's sweet. Slim says yes. Thank you, Slim. Searching for tone. I didn't know they had that many either. Oh, for the Floyd Rose, I didn't either, man. They got a whole lot, but a lot of those are out of my price range. But that's okay. That's why they make different price tiers. Mr. Brian Powers says, hello, Joe and Ralph. Hello, sir.
Good evening.
How are you, sir? Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mr. AJB makes a comment. He says, I doubt there are any Limp Bizkit fans here, but I just heard a bit ago that their bassist, Sam Rivers, passed away. He was only 48. Oh, my gosh. I did not know that. Dang. Well, my condolences to his family. Man, 48, that's young. That is young. And we'll present ourselves because Ralph, I think he got disconnected. Let's see. Ted Fair comments, the build quality on the PRS SE line is probably one of the best I've seen. Man, yeah. There you go. And as y'all know, man, I mean, for me, I didn't start warming up the PRS till probably earlier this year. And then now I'm really on board with PRS because since they do make guitars in my price range, I was playing this one earlier. That's the I think that's the CE. I think I want to say it is. Could be wrong, but I was playing that earlier, and Ralph was in the green room, and I was jamming on it. Man, that guitar plays so good. I got that one from Cornerstone Christian and Music Supply and Easley, and got a great deal on it. We worked out a trade and put some new strings on it a couple of weeks ago, and it, your strings have to stretch and kind of get settled in, and now it's like, whew, it's it plays really nice. We'll give it a play a little bit later on if y'all want. Let's see. Blue Sky Guitar makes a comment, says, I bought a used PRS SC in Greenville a few weeks ago, and I was shocked at how good it is. I had the core model of the same guitar, and I actually prefer the SE. That is awesome. Thank you, Blue Sky, for sharing that. That makes me feel good, man. Makes me know I'm going in the right direction, Kevin Newman chimes in with a comment. Indonesia are the ones on sale, I think. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I've had plenty of guitars made in Indonesia, and they were fantastic. Never had a problem. Let's see. Raj comments, do pickups really matter? Expensive versus budget? It's personal preference, Raj. To me, it depends on what type of music you're wanting to play. I like a hotter pickup. In other words, a pickup that have a little bit more sustain. I like that personally because you're going to get your notes are going to last longer. When you do a pinch harmonic, it's going to come through better. Again, it's the type of music you like to play. This says a lot right there. That kind of gives you an idea. Open harmonics, stuff like that. It just rings out better. And you have a lot less issues with like microphonic feedback and stuff like that when you have a higher grade pickup. Just my opinion. Michael Curtis, hello, man. How are you? He goes, Ace is hilarious on the 1979 Kiss interview with Tom Schneider. It's a must-see if you haven't seen it. Yes, that is a fantastic interview, man. It's really funny. Let's see here. Art G comments. He says that I think PRS is having a sale because they're going to be coming out with new models. I believe Phil McKnight hinted at it, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting, man. Well, if you're going to get up-to-date information, Phil McKnight is the channel to go to. I can tell you that. But I'm sure that's probably why they got the sales going on, probably because it's, making room for new stock, I would imagine. There you are, man. You're back.
Yeah, I needed to take a break.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. It just kicks me off the internet sometimes, man. Sometimes when I record a video, and I want to download it to my Dropbox, and it'll say internet unavailable. It just kicked me off the internet for no reason at all. So I've, of course, got to restart it and, close all my stuff and then restart it and open it back up so I can download it. It's such a hassle, man. I don't know if is there something.
Well, here's a question I have for you. Mm-hmm. Whenever I was always on Wi-Fi with my laptop, that would always happen. I get kicked off. If you have an Ethernet cable coming from your router to your laptop, it's a lot less likely that you'll get kicked off.
Right.
So if you're hardwired in, you don't have as many issues as opposed to being on Wi-Fi. And the only reason I say that is I went through that all the time. Yeah. So I hardwired in, and I was like, there we go. It got rid of all those issues. For me, it did.
Right.
All right. Welcome back, Ralph. It's AJB says, do truckers still have CBs and communicate on them? Yeah. The CB thing is kind of a dying breed. I actually have a couple.
Yeah. You bought one not too long ago, didn't you?
I built up my Loves points on my Loves Truck Stop. I have a rewards card with them, and I built up enough to get a CB, and I only put it in the truck once in a while. I don't mess with it too much.
I remember having a CB in my car when I was a teenager. That's the way to communicate with other people. You didn't have a CB in your car, Joe? I don't think you did.
No. I remember, but when you and I were young, I remember we would ride around with Eric Sneed, and he had that Cobra CB in his old Buick. It looked like a cop car. And he had that PA underneath the hood, and we would go through downtown Charlotte. And I would lay in the back seat, and I would get on the mic, and I'd go, "Okay, pull it over." People pull over, and Ralph and Eric would just be in the front like nothing was going, like they don't know nothing. And then when I would remember we would go through the downtown city streets at night, and I would go, I'd do the siren,
God, yes,
and they would pull over. We were like, "Oh, we gotta get out of here."
Go down the street doing gunfire noise.
Yeah, I was doing all that stuff, man. It was, and nothing that would hurt nobody, but it was just we want to see the reaction, and it worked on a lot of people. It was funny. It was funny.
It was harmless.
Things you do when you're young. AJB, and do kids still hold their arms out the window and pump them when they see a trucker?
I'll do this number here.
Yeah, the air horn. Yeah, that's every time. Every time when a kid
Not like that anymore. You don't have that string or whatever that thing.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. The only thing that gets me is when a grown adult does it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that for you, man. They're just drunk or high or something. They'll be out there when hey man, I'm like, dude, go on.
Don't you have a horn on your car? What's your own horn?
I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. You're not a little kid. I'm not doing that. But yeah, the kids still do the horn maneuver. Yep, they still do it. All right, moving on. Mr. Brian Powers says community cash was all over the area here. There were some of those stores in Greenville. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Brian, for that information, because I didn't know. I barely remember those stores, man. Yeah. Community cash. Golly. Rhodey's Jam Cave. What's going on? He goes, howdy, Joe and Ralph. What's happening,
Rhodey.
sir?
Hey, Rhodey.
Hope you're doing well, sir. Ted Fair, he chimes in. He goes, I haven't heard the reason for the sale on the PRS SE guitars. Overstock items, perhaps? Either that or they're going to have some new ones coming through, probably. It's a blowout sale, making room for new inventory. That's what they always do on those car commercials.
It's like they made a more affordable model or something,
Yeah, they do have some really affordable PRS guitars, but those right there, to me, the one I'm looking at, that's a great deal. That is a great price on that guitar. Brand new, too. Slimfire, he's got to go. Hope you and Ralph and everyone have a great Sunday. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man.
You too. Have a good Sunday. Yes,
sir. Have a great rest of your weekend, Slim. JP Stella, pre-tariff sales on all PRS guitars. Yeah, that's something I found out doing some research on YouTube, that Fender announced that their prices have went up because of the tariffs. And what I did not know is Fender, even though the guitar, people are really big about this. Now, I'm not trying to say anything negative here, but a lot of people are really big about, well, I got an American Strat. I'm okay. I got one too. I got one. But all my other Fender Strats, they're made in Mexico. But what a lot of people fail to realize is a lot of the components and stuff from American Strat, whatever, are made overseas. And something I did find out as well just a few days ago was 40% of Fender's items, anything from the jacket of the wiring to components to all their acoustics. I didn't know this. All the acoustics made by Fender. 40% of all these things are made in China. I didn't know that. So with that being said, and the tariffs are in effect, how that's going to work. So Fender has jacked up prices on their stuff, which, everybody is. So
right.
If you want a Fender, I don't know. Good luck is all I can say. And which I love Fender. That's why I like to go. I like to buy used. You can get a little bit better deal, and maybe if you go to an independent shop, you won't have to deal with that problem so much.
You know how some stores, like clothing stores or bakery goods, have those outlet stores with stuff that didn't make the cut, for the
Right.
regular. So you can get, whether it be, a little mashed or so whatever. Why don't they have that for guitars? Stuff that just didn't make the cut. We got an outlet store here, a Fender outlet. You can get real cheap guitars.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Scratches. Yeah, it would be nice.
It'd be nice. Yeah, this Fender didn't make it at Guitar Center, but at J&R's Guitars, you can get it for 15% off. Yeah.
Right.
Andy Dion, what's happening, my friend? How are you been? How are you doing? How
wow,
you been? How are you doing? He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph, the dynamic duo, back again. Yes, sir.
Yeah, back again, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. We are here. Y'all get comfortable because we still got 4.5 hours to go. So Ralph's like, maybe for you, not me.
Yeah, it'll kick me off the internet again before then.
Just kidding. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Raj from the Caribbean, he says, PRS tuners are smooth. Looking to get some of those from FFMN, which is the Firefly guitar. Yeah, man. All the stuff on my Firefly, I was happy with it. Let's see. Let's go on down here. Mr. Ricky Compton chimes in. What's happening, Mr. Compton? Nice to see you. And Herb of the Fireside Studio is here. Hey, Joe, what do you know? How you doing, man? Thank you. I'm trying my best to catch up here.
I don't even know where we are.
Yeah, I know. We get started talking and I get off track. I'm sorry. Mike, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Hey, Joe, I'm late, but I made it. It's okay, brother. You're here.
Yep.
I hope you're still here. Let's see. Andrew Knox, what's up, man? Hey, dudes, y'all have a good show. Thank you, man.
Oh, Andrew Knox. Hey.
Yeah, Andrew, man. Yeah, Andrew's a good dude.
It's been a while. I ain't heard from him. Used to see him on your show from time to time,
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew's a good guy, man.
Good guitar.
He's like the rest of us, man. You get busy with stuff,
Oh, yeah. Life
Everybody gets busy and they start doing different things, and I get it, man. I get it.
Yep.
Ricky Compton, he chimes in. He says, in my opinion, PRS will follow Fender Mexican pricing next year. PRS imports will be $1,300 to $1,600. Just an opinion. Nah, I welcome the opinions, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It doesn't bother me at all. Art G says, I have a D'Angelico semi-hollow body made in Indonesia. Great guitar, high quality for under $1,000. There you go, man. Indonesia, great guitars. Andrew says, Ralph, give us a tour of the room.
I would if it was simple enough for me to just, pick up my laptop and start walking around.
Yeah, that'd be that'd be a lot of trouble, yeah. Yeah. That's more of a phone video, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, Pooh, we don't, that term right there, you don't say that no more when you're on a CB. That in today's days and time, that stands for something else. So you don't say that. Yep. Yeah, you don't say that. If you say that, then you're gonna wish you haven't said that. Let's just put it that way. So
now I feel like I need to go find a CB and say it because I need to find out what's going to happen.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later what it means. But yeah, let's see. Raj says, Joe, have you heard of the Tone Rider Panama pickup? I tried it, and it has 14.7K output, high mid sounding. No, I haven't tried it. That's a pretty decent.
Sounds cool.
That's a pretty decent output for a pickup. 14.7, anywhere from 14, 15. That's pretty good. But no, I have not heard of that. That's interesting. I've not heard of that. Let's see. Let me go on down. Let's see. Let's go down here to Ted. Mr. Ted says that I can't believe Fender USA Strats and Tellys are approaching $2,000. They used to be considered one of the more affordable U.S. made guitars. I'm 100% satisfied with my made in Mexico Fender. Yeah. I have no problem with having made in Mexico Fender Strats. They play phenomenally well, man. Yeah, never had a issue there. Let's see. Poo Ninja, he says a friend of mine put 2 10-gallon air tanks powering a pair of train horns in a Yugo.
See, now Poo Ninja seems like a guy that would have hung out with us when we
yeah, absolutely, yeah. He would have been good to stir the pot
fit right in, fit right in.
Oh yeah, because we were looking for something to do, and that's something we would do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. He's got another update here. He said one night we pulled up behind a car at a red light. As soon as it turned green, he hit the horn. People in the car in front of us hit the ceiling and the gas. It's like, look out. Oh man, let's see.
Did you ever play that game where you stop at a stoplight and your drivers get out and switch drivers and you just really pissing everybody off that's all behind you, changing drivers and stuff?
No, I didn't do that. I've seen people do that before. I thought maybe something was wrong and the person was sick or something. I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they swapping drivers? But I mean, they did it really quick. It wasn't like they were, poking around, but I was like, that's odd. But I have seen that a few times over the years. I didn't know it was a game. But I don't know. Dennis Bryan, he says, back in the late 80s, I had a Strat with a Kaler trim. What do you think of them, Joe? Have you ever used a Kaler? Okay, great question. My second guitar that I ever got, I still have, is a BC Rich NJ series, and it came with a Kaler trim, and it was horrible. The one on that guitar was really bad. I'm sure they're a lot better now. I seen Phil McKnight do a review of a what is it? Was it a Jackson? And it had no, I think it was a GNL. It was a GNL he was reviewing, and you had a choice of getting a Floyd Rose or the Kaler. And the Kaler, it's very interesting because it's not mounted like a Floyd, like you would think. Everything is underneath the mechanism. It doesn't even, like on a Floyd Rose, you'd flip the guitar body over to access the springs on the backside. Well, if the guitar has the Kaler, there's no cutout on the backside. Everything is in a little pocket that's cut out underneath the system, and it has springs there. And the one that I got, you got to remember, this is like in 1987, 88, so it was horrible. It was not good at all. And I didn't like it. That's the only experience I've had with a Kaler. So the new updated ones, I've never tried. So I couldn't say. Poo Ninja says, I miss the musician's friend scratch and dent. Yeah, man. Those are always good to have. Let's see here. We got Live to Play Guitars in the house. Hey, man. Hi, Joe and Ralph. Have you guys ever tried the Hybrid S Slinkies 9-46? Heavy bottoms. I finally found the strings that I love playing. That's interesting because they call that a hybrid set. Yeah, I've never done that. I'm strictly 9-42s. Ralph, what about you?
Same.
Okay.
Same. And it's just because that's what I've become used to. And I've tried a few other strings here and there, but I just always go back to the same thing.
Yeah, me too. I stick with that, and that just is what works for me.
And the different gauges, I sound different. It makes me play different, So
wow, okay, really?
With what I know, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You say it makes you play different.
Because the strings are if you go with a 10 or a gauge or whatnot, they're a little thicker, and like I say, I need every bit of help I can get. I don't have
right.
So the thicker strings makes a difference for me. I mean, no, it's not that much thicker, but I can tell. And I know you can tell when you do solos. You talk about the high E when you're doing your bends and your dogs are barking, right? Yes.
When what was that store you and I went to? And I played, and I said I could tell right away that it had. So when we was doing the busking at Tempo, and I was playing that Dean, the cheddar shredder, for the first time, and I told you, I said, this has 10s on it. I can tell, and I can't play nothing with 10s. It just starts to really hurt my fingertips.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
That was straight out of the box. We didn't have
Straight
time to
out of the box.
strings.
I didn't.
We out of the box, put it in the car, and we went.
Yeah, I didn't have time to even do anything. I was like, man, we got to go, but now it's set up and it's got the new go to. Oh man, it's nice now. It's nice now. We got Rod. Mr. Rod, he says, my new Firefly was almost perfect. Only had to tune it. Wow. See, Firefly stepping up their game, baby. I'm telling you. And I have my eye on another Firefly guitar. And I've had to fight that urge the past 2 nights from clicking that buy now button. You just don't know, man. Well, Ralph knows, but the other people,
I know that button will be pushed.
Yeah, it will eventually, man. It will eventually. That's the thing. Firefly.
When it's been on your mind, Joe's mind, it's coming to the house.
It's coming. Yeah, that
Eventually.
Firefly's getting more of my money. AJB, I love hearing you two share stories from when y'all were young. Y'all make me think of my buddies and I when we used to love cruising around town doing dumb stuff. Such great memories. Thank you,
dumb
AJ.
Stuff, exactly. Dumb stuff.
And it was just innocent. It was just innocent
it really
stuff,
was,
man.
It was. Nobody.
I don't know what kids do nowadays, but
no animals were hurt during our teen years.
No, nobody was hurt. Nothing like that. We could do a whole show just doing old stories. We could fill up a whole show with that, and people be like, "Damn, I didn't know y'all did that."
Well, I mean, we got 45 years.
I can't remember every single thing, but
you seem to remember more than I do, which really impresses me. Or
really?
Or should I be concerned for myself that I don't remember stuff? Which way should I go with that?
Here's one that just popped in my head. I remember when, because Ralph and I's favorite car growing up, and this is just coincidental, was a Lamborghini. That was always our favorite dream car.
The Countach. I had a poster on my wall. Sure.
Countach. And I remember you bought a Countach Lamborghini little model kit, and you put it together, and you set it in the driveway, and you got the camera just right to make it look like it was actually sitting in the driveway.
Right? Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, wait a minute, let me hang on a minute.
Wait till you see this picture. It's great.
And it worked. And I was like, holy crap.
I know. Imagine if we had the internet back then.
Oh, man. You could have photoshopped the hell out of that. And it was, yeah, I remember you doing that. And I thought, that's crazy. Remember when we had the skateboards? And,
oh my God. I broke my arm on a skateboard.
Your dad, well, this was way after. This is when your dad, you took the stop plate off and your dad put that piece of metal on.
Yes, I asked
him. Because it was 1985, because that's when Back to the Future came out, and we were skating. You said, watch this, man. And all them sparks flew out. I said, holy crap.
Yeah, I asked my dad to put a metal plate on there, and I asked him, well, will it work just like that? He said, oh, yeah, it's going to work. You wait.
Yeah, it worked.
It sure did.
It did. It threw sparks like crazy, man. And them things like fireworks. I was like, holy crap, man. I thought that was so cool. I go to stop, nothing. Ralph goes, it's like Roman candles going on.
You're grinding your board down. That's all you were doing.
I was like, how do you do that? Yeah, it was cool, man. I remember that. That was awesome. Mike, what's happening? He goes, Indonesian guitars are excellent quality. I agree. Phil McKnight did a factory tour of PRS Indonesia. Yes. Very cool. I did. Yes, sir. I did check that out. I thought that was a very interesting video. I was like, dang, Phil went all the way to Indonesia to.
I bet he gets a lot of doors open for him. What do you think?
I'm sure.
He's got a big channel.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah. And plus you got to understand, he is in my opinion, he is the top point of knowledge about anything. Any type of gear, because if he had his own store for years, he knows how to fix anything with a guitar. And he really knows the retail end of things too. So the name of his channel is on the money. Know your gear. He definitely knows that. So you can't fault the man for having the knowledge. I find it fascinating, but yeah, I'm sure it would be a lot easier for him to get in the door of some places as opposed to us, because he's got the numbers.
Oh, sure. That would be great if it happened like that. Eventually it built up to where stores would reach out to you,
It
hey,
would
you
be
want to
nice.
come do ours? That would be nice.
It'd be nice. And the one store that's so far that's done that was Chris at the guitar shop. he reached out to me and said, "Man, I love your channel. Can y'all come out here?" And I was like, "Yes, sir. We sure can." And it was a fabulous time out there. He was so welcoming, and he didn't mind talking on camera. And he was like, "Hey, let me show you this. Y'all come over here and let's."
Let me
And I was like, "Yeah,
across the room."
yeah." I was like, "Yes, sir. This is amazing." So
Yeah, that's the kind of store I want to run.
oh man, it would be so nice if all of the stores we did from now on were like that, where the owner was like, "Oh, come on in. Let me show you this, and let me tell you the story with this guitar," and whatever. That'd be cool. But you can only keep your fingers crossed, I guess.
We got a store next week, don't we?
We do. We're going to Area 22 Guitars in Brevard, North Carolina next Friday.
I love that name. That's a good name.
Yeah, and it has the alien theme on the sign, I believe. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a good store.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Then you say the man you talked to, he disgruntled with the big box stores, right?
Yes, he's very.
He might be a little firecracker. He may have a lot to say.
I talked to him for about 10 or 15 minutes on the phone. His name's Mr. West, and he actually said he was familiar with the channel, which that made me feel good. I was glad to hear that. And he's seen some of our videos. He thought they were good. And but yeah, he had an earful to tell me how he felt about a certain big box store on the phone. And I said, "Man, I hope I can get this on video."
Right.
I said,
he's not going to. All you got to do is say a few words. I'm sure it'll spur it back up.
And I said, "Mr. West, are you comfortable with being in front of the camera talking?" He goes, I'll answer whatever questions you ask." And I said, "Okay." I said, "That's okay. That'll work." I said, "If you want to vent, get something off your chest, now's the opportunity, Mr. JJ
Guitar Center has seen some of our videos, hadn't they?
Yes. JJ Collins says the Kaler is actually a really great design. The entire thing is made up of a roller system with 2 small springs underneath. They actually work really well. I've had several over the years. Yeah, the one I got, it didn't work worth a crap. So, and maybe it's just because the springs are bad, or maybe they're old. I don't know, but yeah, when I saw Phil McKnight demonstrate the GNL with that Kaler, it did really good. I was like, dang, I didn't know they could work well like that. But I don't know. The Bass Rocker, what's happening, man? How are you doing? Nice to see you. Let's see. Dave Orkin, we talking about different string gauges. Dave Orkin says, "I have 11s on that Firefly on the purple." Ooh, man, yeah.
Wow.
He must have that tuned down a step and a half or something. Maybe. I don't know. Pooh Ninja, he also says that he uses 10 to 52 Slinky. Man.
Just what you get used to.
Yeah, it's just personal preference. Yeah, that's right. All right, Mr. Trainer, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. He said he is going to take off. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here, man. Andrew Knox says the name Cheddar Shredder is the best. Yeah, I did not come up with that. Somebody in the chat did. I can't take credit for it. And if I could remember who it was, I would give them credit right now. And I don't remember who it was. So if you're in here, speak up, because I don't remember. But yeah. Ted Fair, it's sad to see GNL guitars closed down in Fullerton, California. I hope someone buys them. I wonder what Jerry Cantrell will do as a GNL artist. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. GNL is no more unless somebody buys it and carries it on. Dang. I forgot about that. Man. Let's see here. AJB, he says, "I love it. You kept the name Cheddar Shredder." Yes. Man, yeah. Let's see here. Yes, Bill Trainer, I hope everything was okay with your wife, man. I really do. A Cater, there he is. There's a Cater. I was wondering when he's going to... There you are. He goes, "Hey, y'all, I finally got in. I turned in about 4 minutes after the show started, but I was driving home. I've been listening to the podcast. I just got home. Thank you, man. Thank you. And Ecator, didn't you get that PRS that, well, you were driving. I showcased it on the screen, the one with the Floyd Rose. It's 863. And is that the one you got, Ecator, I think?
Cherry Burst.
It's some kind of charcoal cherry or something. Yeah, let's see. Michael Curtis, the laugh out loud, the Back to the Future sparks with the skateboard story is awesome. Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah,
That's a true story.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, you use those heavy strings for standard tuning. Wow. Man. Dang, dude.
You were thinking it was tuned down so there'd be more give in the strings? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, because the higher gauge the strings, of course, because they're thicker, it's going to be more pressure on your fingertips if you do a lot of solo stuff. You know, if you're doing just rhythm stuff, you're not really going to be able to tell. But if you're doing a lot of solo and bending of strings, that's more pressure on your fingertips. And after a while, it's going to hurt. It wouldn't for me, but maybe I'm just a wuss. But Ted Fair says, I ran into Phil McKnight at a NAMM show. He will talk your ear off, but in a good way, about all things guitar. He makes you feel like you've known him forever.
That's like Joe. He'll talk your ears off in a good way.
Oh, damn. Ralph, I got to go. Wait, I got to tell you something else. I told you I got to leave, you idiot.
Standing on the porch trying to leave. Joe, Jesus Christ. One more thing. Oh, God.
The door closes. And I'm yelling through the door. And by the way, I want to.
Then I'm sitting in the car and he's pulling the door open. Joe, let the door. I'm trying to get out of here. I still got to drive an hour and a half. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
I'm just teasing. I mean, he is like that. But
that's funny. No, I can't argue that at all. I can't argue that. I know my wife. She gets aggravated with me. She's like, I'll say something, and then she's like, "Well, I'm going to bed." I said, "Look, I got 30 more minutes of stuff I need to talk about." And she said, "Yeah, forget it." You know, she
knows you're just messing with her.
Oh yeah. I'm just playing. I wouldn't.
Hey, we got to discuss our taxes. Get back here.
Our taxes. Get back here. Hurry up. You know, we missed the deadline. Oh God. Let's see. Bill Trainer. Oh Lordy. Okay. His wife has possibly a blockage. They're talking about a stent. Thanks for the prayers, y'all. Yes, sir. Prayers with you and your wife, Mr. Trainer. Absolutely. Wow. Yes, that's very serious. I just saw that. I hope everything is okay, sir. Really. Yeah, I do too. That's nothing to mess around with, sir. Our prayers with you, man. Ecator, talking about the PRS. The PRS sale going on is a celebration of their 40th anniversary. Details are as follows. Enjoy 20% off PRS SC Series electric guitars. Enjoy up to 15% off PRS S2 Series and bolt-on electric guitars plus PRS amps. Thank you for that, Ecator. I appreciate that, man. That's good to know.
He just wrote the whole thing in there.
Because I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. 40th anniversary.
That's awesome. Rod says the Kaler on my Charvel is awesome and it worked great. Okay. I shouldn't have opened my mouth about that, Kaler.
Well, I mean, you were just telling your experience with it.
Yeah, just the one I had. Like I said, it's an old guitar, and I'm sure they've upgraded the mechanism since, and it just didn't. It didn't. It just, you do the dive bomb with it, and this is how I test out a system after you get it set up. After everything is set up and you get everything leveled out, do a couple of dive bombs, put your tuner back on, or whatever type of tuner you're using, and check your tuning. Is it back at 440 or is it flat or sharp? If everything is leveled out and set up properly, the tuning will go back to 440. And every time I use that thing, it was always flat or sharp, or it was horrible. I said, well, I'm not using the bar on that thing. But again, it's an old unit.
I know. I don't use the tremolo a whole lot. I don't know why. I have so many guitars with the tremolo. I don't use it that much. Not like Joe. Joe's really he's really proficient with it. I just, every once in a while I'll do a dive bomb, or if it
Right.
seems appropriate for something, I'll use it. But as a rule, I generally don't use it. And I'm looking around going, why the hell I got so many?
Well, one thing that for me through the years, I've always thought that seeing a guitar with a whammy bar just looked cool.
I agree.
I just thought, I said, man, I don't know what that does. When we first were looking at guitars, I was like, I don't know what that does. Looks like a big spoon handle, but it looks cool. But, and then, of course, with the evolution of everything, with the, hair metal or whatever you want to call it, those systems got better over time.
Yeah.
And
I do think they look cool.
Yeah, and they're just nice to have if you want to use it. It's good to have it there. It's a good little thing to lean on sometimes. Strange Hawk, we used to have Smith Music. Oh, I'm sorry. We used to have Smith, Express, Parker, Alexander Music, all gone now because of Guitar Center. Uh-oh, man. If I can ask Strange Hawk, what area or the country are you at? I'm just curious. Yeah, there's a lot. Luckily, a lot of guitar shops around here are still hanging on. And that's why Ralph and I started to visit these shops.
And it seems to be helping them. Don't you agree, Joe?
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, and which is wonderful. That's what we want.
I mean, I went back and bought a guitar, so.
Yes, me too. And a few of them. Oh, here we go. Scott from South Carolina. I'm the one that came up with Cheddar Shredder. Thank you, Scott. So Scott gets the proper... what's the word I'm looking for? Credit. There we go. You get the proper credit for that. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Scott, for that. I think that name's cool. Let's see, Mr. Arthur, is that Bellinger? How you doing? He goes, you guys got any input on a Schecter Omen Elite 6 FR? I am looking for a new guitar. I have a OFR to throw on, so the special is not a worry. Think it's worth the money then? The Schecter Omen Elite 6. I don't know a lot about it. I do know that I can only only have one Schecter, and it's the only one I've ever had. Mr. Bellinger, if I'm saying your name right, which I think that's odd. Your first name's Arthur. That was my father's name. That's really cool. But all I can say is I can only tell you about my experience with the Schecter I have. It's a Sun Valley Shredder. I don't know if that's anything close to what you're talking about, sir.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
I love it. The Sun Valley Shredder. It's the one that I took on the busking thing, the blue and black with the Sustainiac pickup,
right.
And it is absolutely amazing.
That's right. I remember when you got that. That's right. Okay.
I did upgrade it had a Floyd Rose special on it, and I took that off. And I put a Godot trim on it, and it's been fine ever since. And I upgraded the post too, or the studs. I upgraded those. So, Mr. Bellinger, I hope that, I don't know if that answers your question, but I hope it gave you a little ray of light there. And there's always somebody in the chat that can help you too.
That's what I was thinking.
We got a lot of great people in here that can help you with that as well.
I got no experience with Schecter.
I just have the one, and it's a fantastic guitar. Hey, Cater, I got a charcoal one. Yes, Joe, like the one you were looking at. I think it was from the last year's model. Yeah, those colors are out of stock right now, but the one that is in stock is the one that I do like, ironically enough. Yes. For my Ninja, let's see.
Oh, we got another ninja in the chat? We got two ninjas?
Yeah. We got For my Ninja. Hey, what's y'all's thoughts on offset guitars? I bought a Jazzmaster recently, and I'm loving it. I've never played a Jazzmaster. Personally, just for me, this might sound weird. I've just never cared for the way they look. I don't know.
We've discussed that too. We just, that's the first thing. The guitar draws you in by the way it looks, then you play it. So.
Oh, AJB says he came up with the name Cheddar Shredder. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. We just had to. Whoever came up with it, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Brian Powers. To kind of get on some guitar subjects, I was totally into what is called hair bands, and of course Van Halen. I just recently discovered Steve Lukather and Toto. That dude is badass. Yes, Steve Lukather, man. You just now discovering him. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much he had done outside of the band. You know, he does so much solo stuff.
Oh, man. Steve Lukather was the man in the 80s, man.
Yeah,
he was
one of those guns for hire, you know?
Yes, hired gun, yes. He played a lot on Michael Jackson's album Thriller. He did a lot of stuff. He did a lot, so much. You know what would be awesome if you get his book, The Gospel According to Luke? You can get the audio version from Audible, and Steve Lukather actually narrates his own book. It's really good. Yeah, him and Eddie were pretty tight. Let's see here. Strange Hawk. He says, I play 10s or 11s, but also play a lot of acoustic guitar too. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I never was an acoustic player. Let's see. Let me go here. Mr. Bellinger makes another comment. I'm also looking at one of the Jackson XDX Adrian Smith models, but not sure about basswood. It's kind of soft compared to mahogany, right? From what I understand, yeah. From what I understand. But Jacksons are great guitars. You can ask Ralph about that.
I love my Jacksons.
Strange Hawk. Wait a minute. Wow, you had all those guitar stores. You're in Spartanburg? That's interesting. Man, and all those stores are gone now. That's, wow. Man.
Let me ask, have you ever been to Roper Music?
Yeah, Strange Hawk. Have you been to Roper Music?
I go past that place all the time. People that don't know, Roper Music, his name was Jack Roper. He was a local weatherman, whatever, and now apparently he has a music store. But I've always heard that store caters more to the students, you know, brass and violins and whatnot. But it says guitars, and I've always wanted to stop and just go look. That's why I asked the question if he's been there. I don't know.
Yeah, I looked them up a few weeks ago just to see if they had any pictures online, and I looked, and it kind of gave me that, just from what I've seen on the pictures now, kind of gave me that music and arts vibe.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, and I don't know if the electrics they have in there are they brand name electrics, or are they like some off brand, or
and do they have enough for us to, you know?
Is the store big enough to make a video? Yeah, it's is it worth the time? That's something I've thought about. I've thought about throwing that to you, and I was like, I don't know if it's worth messing with or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I was saving that one in like for a pinch when we didn't have another store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't know. That store seems a little weak. I don't know.
Strange Hawk says, I worked at Parker Music for a long time in the 90s. Okay. The one store I remember in Spartanburg, Ralph, you remember Express Music.
Yes.
I remember them. That's where I got my 5150 half stack from all those years ago. Express Music. Yeah, that's where I used to go. And then Hames Music was in Gaffney under the Peach.
Yes. It is now a outdoors store, kind of, you know.
Oh, okay. Bloody Soup says, Joe, I love that Schecter you got. Thank you, man. Yeah, I need to get it out of the case. I had it in the case when we came back from the busking gig. I need to get it out so I can play it some more. Let's see here. Let me scroll on down. Everybody's talking to everybody else, which is fantastic. Let's see. Rod chimes in. He goes, I'm not a Fender fan. That's why I gave my Squire away to work less, enjoy life more. No, that was nice, man. That was nice of you to do that. Super nice. And I get it, man. I totally understand. There's certain guitars I'm not a fan of either. Yeah, I think see JJ Collins helped author out. Thank you, JJ, for that. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Strange Hawk answers the question, Ralph, that you had about Roper Music. Yeah, Roper Music is all right. It's mostly Taylor guitars and band instruments and Fender Electric. It's tiny. Well, that answers our question.
Okay. So
Skip that one.
our gut was right on that one.
We were right. Yeah. Thank you, Strange Hawk. Appreciate the input, man.
Appreciate it.
That help saves us a lot of time and trouble. Let's see. Here we go. Strange Hawk says, wouldn't spend your energy on Roper, but if you pass by, wave. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured it wouldn't be really a whole lot to jump up and down about, but we finally caught up to the chat. That's awesome. Yes. But that is one store that I was thinking, I was like, man, is that something we want to even deal with or not? I don't know.
In that spot where the Roper Music was, I believe, used to be a community cache in that spot right there.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Across from that Converse College, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I remember when you used to live over there, wasn't there like a mill over there somewhere? Because I remember that old smokestack still.
Beaumont, yeah, that was Beaumont Mill, yeah.
Beaumont Mills, that's right, yeah. Yeah. I remember that house you lived in there. It was tiny.
Yeah, first house.
That first house. And I remember I'd go over there, and when I'd get off work, I was working 410s back then, and I'd drive to Spartanburg, and Ralph would leave me a key somewhere, and I'd get in, and I'd say, man, can I play your Charvel? Yeah. And I remember.
Why are you going to?
I grabbed that Charvel, and I said, what the hell did he do to the strings? They were crusty and rusty. And I was like, what the hell happened here? And I was like, I don't think I want to play that. And so I put it, and you got home, and because there was no cell phones back then. I waited till you got there. I said, dude, something happened to your strings. I didn't do nothing. He was like, oh, let me show you what I do. And he went and got some steel wool and went, and he goes, now they're brand new. I was like, what the hell?
I couldn't afford no new strings at the time. I know. I get some
I just
steel
remember.
wool. I know what you mean, man. I get ahead of that, man. I have maintenance day. I mean, when you have this many and they're hanging and they're out. Oh yeah, you have to. You have to give them maintenance.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let's see. Let me. Oops, it jumped on me. Let me. Let's see here. Ted Fair makes a comment. The pros of the Jazzmaster is they are more comfortable to play by design in a seated position than a Strat or a Tele guitar. They were originally made for jazz, as the name implies, but popularized for surf rock. There you go. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah, I play mostly sitting down.
I used to, and since I sit down for my job, I got to stand up. I'm tired of sitting all the time. But here's Chris Cobb. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Let me scroll it back up. Joe, what model PRS is the Cherry Burst you have on your Ion? Nice color on that one. Oh, it's the SE with the Floyd. Yes, and it's on sale right now on Sweetwater. I think it was $863 or something like that. Yes, that's what I have my own. Mr. Arthur Bellinger says, I just picked up a Marshall Origin 50, and it's by far the best amp I have yet. This thing is creamy. That's awesome, man. I do not have a Marshall amp at all. I've never had a Marshall amp, believe it or not.
No. Oh, well, I got 4 of them over there, but those were free, remember? That's another story. That's another story.
Yes. That's awesome. Yeah, one of these days I'll get a Marshall tube head. Cater says the offset PRS Vela and semi-hollow Vela is one of my favorite models. Oh, here we go. I remember this right here. Strange Hawk says, does Yellow Mama Music still have the store on Woodruff Road? That may be a shop for y'all to visit. Now, I do remember, I don't know, I have to look that up, Strange Hawk, but I do remember Yellow Mama Music being over there, Lyman, and they are not there anymore. I think now, I want to say It is called Lyman Music. I want to say that's what it is now.
I believe you're right. Yeah.
And when I looked it up, if I looked at the right thing, when I looked it up, I think it's a place where they make guitars and it says Lyman on the headstock. I want to say. And I actually saw one of those tellies at Guitar Center in the used section. One of the last times I went to make a video. I think, Ralph, you and I were there. Mm-hmm. And I said, Lyman. I said, what? And the first thing I thought was Lyman, South Carolina. But I said, nah, there's no way that connects. But it did. Yeah. They're made in Lyman, South Carolina. I was like, what are the odds, man?
When that place was it Yellow Mama? Maybe it already changed names. I had taken my Charvel, the one that I've had since I was 20. Had to have it restored because, I mean, goodness, it was old guitar. It was worn. The pickups were worn out. The electronics half didn't work. So I took it and they restored it. Even put new pickups in, put the covers back on, and even painted the little Jackson back on there. I mean, they went through long lengths to restore that Charvel over there. So they do good work.
That was the same one that I worked on for you too, that you brought over here.
You switched, you put in those.
I put in new electronics and everything.
The hot rail pickups.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and that's Strange Hawk asked about the Yellow Mama still on Woodruff Road, which I didn't know they were even there. For My Ninja says no, they have closed since. It's thank you For My Ninja, I appreciate that. Let me see here. Kevin Newman, Joe, you should play a Les Paul 60s model at the next store if they have one. Oh, okay. You mean like a Gibson Les Paul 60s or an Epiphone? Because if it's a Gibson, there's no way I can probably, but I would still play it. Yeah, just to, out of curiosity, yeah. Strange Hawk chimes in. He goes, Lyman was the low end. It's out of business, but they had a more across the spectrum store in Greenville with the signature models and everything in between. Oh, okay. So that's not there anymore. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you, Strange Hawk. I appreciate that. Interesting. I did not know that.
That's helpful to have somebody living in the area
that
you can ask questions. Even though I live here too, but
yeah, but Strange Hawk has been in the industry for a long time, so he's familiar with what's around and what's not. So that's nice to. Thank you, Strange Hawk. That saves a lot of trouble and aggravation. Yeah. Oh, Kevin Newman says the 60s Les Paul, it has a smaller neck. Nice, and it's a Gibson. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, if it has a thinner neck, yeah. I haven't, actually I got an Epiphone SG that I've only played like twice. I got it brand new, and I just took a chance because I've never owned an SG. It don't matter, Gibson or Epiphone. I've never owned one, so I got one. It's a really dark blues, beautiful color, and the neck on it is really slim. And I was like, man, that's really nice to play. I wasn't expecting it to be that. But the pickups were weak. That's the only thing about that SG. And SGs are just known to have pickups not real hot,
Joe, I mean, honestly, you need hot pickups to do the stuff that you do.
That's why I don't play the SG, because their pickups are. I can't get what I want out of that. So
the harmonic wheels, I need hotter pickups too. You can't do that with every guitar,
Right, unless you get them upgraded, yeah. That's correct. Arthur, Mr. Bellinger chimes in. He goes, a friend of mine just got a new Sire 57, and it has the most pop and plays like a dream. I would get one, but I want the Floyd Rose. Yeah, there we go. Another Floyd Rose fan. Yeah, awesome. I think now is the time in the show where we showcase one of the videos for Joe and Ralph Jams. If you're new to this channel, first of all, thank you for being here. And if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel and give this channel a chance. We do these shows every Saturday night, Ralph and I. And we also try to do guitar shop reviews when we can. And I try to do live drives a couple times during the week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a live drive is when I'm heading to work. And I'm going live on my phone, and I get to work, I get into the parking lot, and I chat with everybody for maybe 30, 40 minutes before jumping into the big rig and driving all through the night, because I do my job. I drive through the night. It's a third shift kind of deal. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much, and hopefully you'll stick around for a while and support the channel just by giving a thumbs up is all we ask. That's awesome. But Ralph, you want to go into the Joe and Ralph Jam series, why we started it, what's going on with there, and everything for people that don't know?
Yeah, we've been showcasing one song a week because me and Joe, we have so many, and they're kind of, I think they're fun to go back and look at. I consider them, they're usually several years old, and I can tell the difference, especially Joe's tone changes. I can tell that I look scared on the drums because I know I'm being filmed. That's a whole thing. If you've never done that and you're never been on camera,
right?
It's hard to get used to, and you can see it on my face. You can on this. I believe this is the Van Halen. Is it not the Van Halen? And
yeah, if it's the
you can see I'm concentrating, and because I'm concentrating because I know a camera's on me.
Well, that's okay. But
anyway, it's fun to look at.
To me, you seemed a lot more relaxed.
Oh, well, compared to say remember the first song,
first couple of videos
was White Snake. We did a White Snake video, and wow, you could look at me. Yeah, just like that.
You were like a statue, man.
I was.
Loosen up. No, I'm good here. I'm good. Let's talk about our taxes. Nope, not right now. Not right now. Hit the symbol. I will. Hang on. Look out behind you. Nope, not looking. Nope.
Not even playing the right song. I'm just doing this.
I was like, wow, man, he looks really like he's just really stiff.
I know I saw it, but when you told me, it helps me. Yeah, you're right. And one day it just clicked in my head. Look, this is what playing the drums looks like.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was trying to do. Why was I so stiff? But being more natural, it's more fun. It's more interesting to watch somebody look like he's enjoying playing. But
right.
I don't know if it comes across on this one, but I did have a good time playing this song.
Yeah. The only thing I can say for me, for my end of things, I remember when we shot the video, or when I shot my part, it was freaking right in the middle of summer, and it was burning up in this room. At that point in time, I didn't have a window unit in here, so it was just blazing ass hot in here.
You don't have to tell me the woes of that music room.
Right.
Money.
Yeah. You remember where Leonard Skinner always come up with their practice place? It was called the Hell House.
Yes.
And that's what this reminds me of that. Not that I've been there, but it puts me in that mindset but thank God those days are behind me. As I said, you know what? I'm going to spend a little bit of money and get this damn Amazon window unit, and it does fine. Yeah,
the day I come over and we were going to go, we did the video about going through every guitar you had, and that was my bright idea. Let's drag them all out. I said, yeah. I was sweating like a pig. Holy cow! Going back and forth to the warehouse. Go get 2 or 3 more. Oh my God! Now, this is 90 guitars. You understand?
I said, because you was like, we need to film this. I was like, are you willing to go grab those? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, okay. So I'm holding the microphone. I'm like, okay, this next guitar here is a 1980. And Ralph's going,
I'm fucking sweating.
Hang on.
My initial idea was to take them all outside and open the lid on all the cases, and we would run down or something. I don't know. I had these grandiose things, but once you get in this warehouse and look, you're going, yeah. I'm not doing that.
That would have been even harder, man. Damn. Oh God. Okay, let's see. We got Mr. Mick. Hey, Mr. Mick, how are you, man? How are you doing?
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Mr. Bellinger said, this is my first time stopping here, and I like it. You just made a new fan tonight. That's
all right,
awesome.
Man.
Thank you, man. We just, for those who don't know, Ralph and I, we've known each other for 45 years. So I don't know. This is how we are, and we're hanging out, being silly.
Well, honestly, when we're out, like driving to a music store or we're by ourselves, we're worse. We're way worse.
Like we're just 2 stupid kids or something, This is how we always done. Okay. Let's get on with the Joe and Ralph's Jam video for this week. Let me share screen, and let's see here. Will you present this? It'll take me a second here. Still getting used to this. And let me make this full frame here. Yeah, this will be Joe and Ralph Jam's number 13, Performance of Dreams by Van Halen. Let me go back over here so I can present. Let's see, want to add the scene. There we go. And like here. All right. Don't that look good? It's just black. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that sounds great.
You've never looked better, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Erased from history. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Joe and Ralph Jams, number 13. If it has a little drag or hesitation, just please be patient and just ignore that. It might be a bandwidth issue. But other than that, enjoy the song. We'll be right back right after this. Yeah.
You were on vacation. You know how I know? You were wearing shorts.
That's right.
You only wear those on vacation.
That's right. Yeah, my white ass legs. I tell you, man. Yeah, that was fun. I loved how you dialed in Alex's kit on that drum brand.
And it's worked very well for almost every Van Halen song we've done. It seems to work pretty well with that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's I love that drum sound. It sounds just like his kit. AJB says, Ralph, I'm sure you've said this before, and I missed it. Do you consider your primary instrument guitar or drums?
I never get tired of that. Question. When it's me and Joe, my drums are my thing. But I love the guitar. Obviously, and I try to do songs on my own. You can go to my channel and see what I do. I play the bass, guitar, drums. I do all of it. But what I don't do is play the whole song. I cherry pick, center cut, whatever piece I think will catch people's attention. And I play, minute and a half to 2 minutes, because I've learned, particularly I put it on TikTok and other social media, that people's attention span is garbage. And, like Joe knows, you can look at your data for your channel or your videos, and it tells you everything. When people average views, 12 seconds,
right,
stuff like that. So I'm like, why am I doing a whole song when there's nobody, staying around to watch the whole thing? So I just, like I say, cherry pick,
Yeah. Yeah, the only time I play a whole song is when I'm playing live. And I used to do that as well. I used to record myself playing the whole song, and it didn't do nothing. And I was like, oh, well, for me, I looked at it as, well, at least you got to practice that song all the way through. And that was just from my standpoint. Let's see. Rod says, I have that EVH in my house now. Oh, yeah, the one that was in that video. I sold it to Rod. Yeah, that's right. That is correct. Yes, the EVH Wolfgang Standard. Rod bought it. Yeah. He asked me if I wanted to sell it. I said, yeah, I'll sell it. Yeah. Let's see. Mike, thank you very much for that thumbs up, man. I appreciate that, sir. Let's see here. We got... man, this thing will not be still. This chat, I'm trying to get it to move. Mr. Bellinger says, what are you guys using for a DAW and streaming? Oh, boy, I get this question a lot. I get this question a lot. Let me see. And I don't mind sharing this information either.
No, Joe does not mind.
I do not mind. Let me see if I can present this camera here and spotlight this. Okay, right here. To my right, you see this device with all these lit up pads. This unit is called a Rodecaster Pro 2. This is what I use to stream when I play live music. I need to play a song for Mr. Bellinger so he can see what it's like live. And this right here is what I don't use a DAW. I don't use an interface. This right here does it all. These run brand new. These run for about $750. You can get them used. You can find them used for about, I don't know, between $625. It just depends on where you look. But this is what I use right here. I used to use an interface in a DAW, and then I came across this right here from watching a couple other channels, and they were kind enough to give me some information on, because I was like, man, that sounds incredible, So that's what I use, and that's I didn't use that then when we did that song. Back then, I was using just a little old interface and a DAW, but now I use this, and it's just a lot more fun to do because I love to play live. Kevin Newman says that was some cool drumsticks, Ralph.
Yeah, early on, I tried a lot of stuff with the sticks. I like the sticks. I have guitar picks that light up too, but we have some stage lighting that I had bought some with it. When I play the drums, it goes with the music, and there's lights everywhere. And I just thought lights are great, But then looking back on them, I'm like, it's kind of cheesy. But I enjoy doing it at the time, and you just kind
I
of
don't.
grow and you change.
Yeah, I mean, you see in a lot of the Joe and Ralph jams, you'll see that he's got lights going in his, because he's at his house, and of course I'm hearing this in my house. So he sends me his clips, and I have to splice everything together because a lot of people thinking that we're in the same place, just going from one room to the other. No, that's not the case. We're in two different locations altogether, an hour and a half apart actually, but you can see Ralph would have lights going in his music room, and then when it pans to my video side, you can see lights going from.
Man, we just like that kind of stuff. I'd have a smoke machine if it made sense, but when I have smoke machine,
it might be a little overkill, but
Right.
it was. I always enjoyed lights, as you can see. I
still
always
do.
enjoyed lights. Yeah, I just think they're cool. I think it's a nice addition to what you're doing instead of something being dry and bland. Lights make a statement, and it just adds ambiance to what you're doing.
Well, it makes your background more interesting too for the people watching. How many shows have you watched and people are just sitting against a white wall with one picture and a shelf with a plant or something like that? You know what I mean?
Shelf with a plant. Yeah. What's your plant's name? Bill. Okay. No, but still, I just made that. I don't know. I just made that name up. But anyway, there's Mr. Mike. Hey, man, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Mr. Bellinger says, if it's fun, it's not overkill. I like that attitude.
Well, it's definitely fun.
Yes. I love that attitude. Thank you, Mr. Bellinger. That's nice, man.
Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Because you might witness a lot of overkill sometimes on this show.
Cater says lights are the reverb and delay of the music room. There you go. See? Okay.
Look, everybody's just on our side. All right.
That's awesome.
Let me go turn my lights on. I'll be right back. they're right over here.
Let me go turn my light. I'll be right back. Oh. Thank you, Searching for Tone. Yeah, if you're watching right now, please hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. And that is the most powerful thing somebody can do for a content creator. And if you're watching on the replay, please give it a thumbs up, please. On these live shows, there's no monetization to be made. We're just having fun. Yes. We're playing music. We showcase the Joe and Ralph jams. I might play a live song, one or two songs. And these live shows are about interacting with the audience, with the chat, and just having fun. That's what it's about. It's just a fun hangout, man. And we're not, that's just how I look at it.
We just go with the flow. Wherever the direction of the audience goes, that's where we go.
Yes. Bong Water Taffy, he says, speaking of smoke machines, rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Yes, I did a stream last night dedicated to Ace. Yes.
Bong Water Taffy, that's a good name.
That's a cool name. It's different, isn't it? So is it okay if I play a song or two, Ralph? Are you cool with that?
I grant you permission.
Thank you, man. There you go. I can breathe now. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let me change cameras, and we'll present this here. There we go. And I think we're going to go for the pink PRS since we're talking about PRS tonight.
All right.
I think that'd be a good, a great way to tie into that. Let's see here. Got. Let's get my. I forgot to cut this light on. I got a ring light I got to cut on so I can give a shadow here. There we go. And people have asked me what kind of wireless system I use, and there it is right there. Lakato, yeah, or Lakato, whatever. I always say Lakato. I don't know, but Temu, $50. And
I know people make fun of Temu, but you can get some decent stuff on there. Not all the time.
Man,
a lot of times you can.
I've gotten plenty of guitar cases, hard shell cases, and all kind of little guitar accessories, man, and for a really good deal.
You've been satisfied with the quality?
Yes, yeah. I have. Yeah. Now I know that the guitar cases, they're not. You can spend upwards of $200 to $50 on a hard shell case. I don't need to do that. All my stuff's here in the house. Yeah. So the cases I get from Temu run about anywhere from $55 to $65. And guess
Just
what? It
yeah,
does fine.
just to protect the guitar while it's
Yeah.
in storage.
Yeah,
Really.
it does fine. Let me grab this guitar. Hang on.
Why don't you grab that guitar? See, he can't hear me. I can say whatever I want right now. Joe, you are the worst guitar player I've ever heard in my life. Can he hear that? He's smiling. He must hear something.
All right, you're talking some smack. You're saying something.
Oh, man, did you hear me?
I just heard you say, Joe, you are the worst something. And I was like, damn.
I just made the point. You took your headphones off and said, he can't hear me. I can say whatever I want.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Ralph said, let me go turn my
Well, I don't know why.
lights
You don't need your headphones off. I'll say whatever I want.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
All right. Have a good time, man.
All right. Get the tuning, check my tuning here. A little bit there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I could hear when I was doing that G chord, I said something sounds just a touch off, but all right, man. Let's see if anybody remembers this one here. Get ready.
Lufthergang zu können,
few songs, man. Having a little fun.
I was wondering when you're going to use that medley you put together. Well, here you go. You did it.
Yeah, I haven't played that in quite a while, so I said I need to throw that in there, man. Just to see what's going on. There's Mark Tanner. What's up, Mark? How are you doing, man?
I know it's been a long time.
Been a long time, man.
It's been
Nice to see you, man. Excuse me, just for 1 second. Oh, all right.
We can't hear it. Man. Let's make fun of him.
Okay. Righty. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay, we're having a lot of fun, right? Okay.
We are having a lot of fun.
I didn't get a chance to check out any of the comments, Ralph. Did you get to see some of them? Or?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Everybody was digging with.
Everybody was what? Oh no, he froze up again. Dang it. I will present myself until he gets unfrozen. First of all, hey Cater, thank you, man, for what's that super chat? Thank you so much, man. Tip for the open virtual guitar case. Thank you, man. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate that so much for taking the time to just listen to the tunes, man. Let me see. Let's see. Hey, Mark Tanner. Yeah, man, what's going on? It sounds unreal. Thank you, man. Yeah, I've did some upgrading on the equipment since the last time you were here. It's been a while. It's been a minute, as they say. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Yes, Bridge of Sighs. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I saw, oh man, what is his name? Oh God. I saw an interview with Robin Trower. It was, what's his name? God, why am I drawing a blank on his name? One of the biggest channels on YouTube. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He interviewed Robin Trower the host played a clip of Bridge of Sighs, and I was like, I didn't know that was Robin Trower. So I went ahead and started to learn how to play the song. And Rick Beato, damn, I don't know why that. I'm sorry, went blank. I'm getting old. Rick Beato interviewed Robin Trower, and I watched that, and it was really good. And yes, Mr. Trower is an incredible player. Yes. And so I said, I didn't know that was what that song was. I didn't know. So yeah, man. Thank you so much. Okay, I think Ralph is back now. Let me add him to the scene. There he is. You're back.
What's going on, people?
He had to take another quick break.
I'll take the internet sucks for 200, Alex.
I'll take an Ethernet cable for 20, please. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It just takes a second to hook it up. I don't want to. It's okay, man. Okay. I'm glad you made it back, man, before the bell there. That's awesome. Searching for tone. Okay, man. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And let's see. Let's see. We can try to look at this. Art G. Trower is awesome. And Joe was playing. Thank you, man. I couldn't do it no justice, man, but I just having some fun, you know. Hey, Cater, just realized Dream Theater Peruvian Skies has the same atmosphere of this song. I bet this song was an influence. It possibly could be, man. Yeah. Yes, very well could be. Absolutely. Free Range Chicken. I like that name. What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Again, thank you, Acator, for that. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Very nice of you, man. And, Ralph comments too. No, he's showing off doing a medley. No. Oh, no. You're crazy.
Now we're just showing off.
Nah, man. Oh, Lordy. Let's see. We got Mr. Josh Thomas. Hey, man. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good evening.
They're saying when you click off that you had to go take a bathroom break.
I would just say, Joe, I need to go pee. I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny, man. Oh, Lordy, that's awesome. Well, we're hitting our moment. We like to go about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we're pretty much hitting that spot. Let me turn it over to Ralph if he has anything else he wants to add before the internet kicks him off again. So
I'm just looking forward to next week, man. I'm excited to do another music store. I hate when a couple weeks go in between them, but
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. And I hope this store will interest the people more, you know?
Right.
I hope it does better than the last one's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, me too. Ralph and I were both kind of, I mean, it's all...
We're trying to figure out what was the deal, what's going on, you know? We have our theories.
Yeah, and I've talked about it in a live drive. If you ever watch the live drives, like I said, when I'm going to work, and I'll do them like maybe twice, you know, like maybe on Monday and Thursday or something, I give a little bit more insight that I don't reveal here on these shows. So if you know, like I said what I felt we believed why the video didn't really do that well. And so look back on the live drive if you want to hear all that, what I really, really think about that. And it's nothing bad. It's just, what we think. It's nothing bad toward anybody or anything. It's just,
I mean, we've done enough of these that we know there was a difference, and we think we figured out what that was.
Right. Yeah, I think I know what it was too. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, all we can do was make the content and put it out there.
Now, granted, I love the experience. I love the store. It was a great store. I have nothing bad to say about it. But if you got the money, it's a great store, great people, great experience.
Yes,
I still enjoyed myself at some music store, for crying out loud, right?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Evan Newman says, "Does Candy stay in tune? Dive bombing?" Yeah, I don't really go crazy with it. I just kind of. I go dip the bar down just a little bit and bring it back. I don't do nothing extreme because I know good and well it wouldn't, because it's not a locking system. So I just kind of do it very slightly, and just like if you would with a Fender Strat, and it does fine. Yeah. Now, before I changed the strings, when I first bought this guitar, it didn't matter what I did. It went out every time. I was like, man, something ain't right. So I said, wait a minute, let me change the strings. And I did, and the strings stretched, and they settled, and it was fine. It was fine. But let's set up these last couple of comments here, and we'll head on out of here. Let me make sure. Let me see. Okay, Strange Hawk. He says that part of the last one for me was the name of the shop. I didn't really want a tour.
That's funny that because with the word studio on the end, it made me think something else too, as for a music store. Putting the word studio on it made me think it was something other than a store. I don't know what, but did it not make you think? We hadn't had the word studio on attached to a guitar.
No,
a music store yet. We haven't.
No, I haven't experienced that.
Studio makes it kind of seem like it's elevated. I don't know. Classier. I don't know. Just a word.
Probably because of the area it was located,
And the secret hiding place where you had to park at. That whole thing was.
Yeah, that was a whole thing right there. Thank you, Rod. Thank you for being here, man. And we look forward to seeing you next time too. Strange Hawk said that you saved me a trip just like I saved you a trip to Roper.
All right, we're even then.
Fair enough, man. I understand. All right. That was cool, man. Thank y'all so much for being here. We had a wonderful time, and I want to thank Ralph again for being here. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to be here.
You're very welcome.
And so, yeah, we'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget, I'm releasing a guitar shop video tomorrow. I made a trip today to do one. You'll see what that is tomorrow about around, 2 or 3 o'clock. I'll release it. Check that out. And until next time, I'm Ralph.
I'm the German Butcher.
We'll see you next time, folks. Take care of yourself. All right. Bye-bye.